good people. Good people of the day. God bless you. La 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 la. And all of those good things. Now, I'll be with you in just a second. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the page. Morning. I ain't seen you in a while, Willis J, so this might have worked. I tried to debug my phone, so hopefully that's working. They got me spammed up left and right over here. Oh, yeah. Now, Trevor Ariza's wife, she thought it would be in her best interest to go for more money. Bree Anderson. And what Bree wants is more money from the courts, claiming that this man gets more than $5 million. Mm-mm-mm. And she needs a piece of that. Everything coming through. Well, we're just giving people time to show up because it's so early in the morning. A lot of people don't realize that this is the time I'm up the most. I know, strange, right? These are called the casino hours. And what we're having here is two versions of this. One for the Patreons, and one without. Now, it always seems to get me, though, how women seem to find a way to wiggle themselves into situations that don't really concern them. Um, Here's the thing that I'm trying to say the most of. When I speak on these things, it's like, why are we here? So, to me, it's kind of bizarre because it doesn't make sense. Normally, when something doesn't make sense, you're usually right. Trevor Ariza has been with this girl for years. They have 2 children together. So she's going to get money for child support. Now, everyone know when you get money from child support and you're going through this divorce thing, the children are normally taken care of first. They like to do that. They want to say, well, let's get the children taken care of first, and then we move on from there. Now, we know Trevor Ariza is no longer playing in the NBA. We know that, right? Okay. Now, once you know that he's no longer playing in the NBA, all of these problems shouldn't really exist anymore. Good morning. Always best to get the bag early. Exactly. But in this situation, the children are being bartered and used in position. Trevor Ariza's ex-wife, who they married, they've been together for years, but let's say in like 2014, they were dating. 4 years, they get married. So from 2018 into now, it's to a point where they can't stand each other. She filed for divorce and she wants separation. She wants her kids taken care of. And now she's claiming that in the documents that she wants physical and legal custody of their 2 children. She did check the box for child visitation to be granted for Trevor Ariza. She also wants spousal support. Of course, she wants spousal support. And And because they were married by then, when they started to say, what is the date of the separation? She's got TBD, which means to be determined. Why does the separation needs to be determined? Because she wants to clarify what is a separation and what is not a separation, if that makes sense to any of you. That's what she wants to do. Now, the Patreons are here watching this as well as you guys on One Crack News. People on the Patreon are watching this as well. We're all invited into this conversation. But unfortunately, you guys won't be here. They are going to be here. The Patreon's going to be here for the whole ride. So, if you're a Patreon member on One Crack News, this is going to continue on the Patreon where we can get even more into it. If you know what I'm saying. If you're rocking with that and you're cool and you're ready to get it on, let's get it on. Now, I have not been in the bedrooms. What's up, Machine Sports? I've not been in the bedroom of Trevor Ariza and his wife, Bree Anderson Ariza. I've not been in their homes. So just because a situation other people have went through does not mean that is the same situation that is going on in every single household in America. We're not going to do that out of the fairness of the woman and the fairness involved. But there's a huge pay disparity between her and him. She's claiming she had to give up her career to become his stay-home mom to take care of their 2 children. Trevor Ariza has another child with another woman. And that woman is also getting money also. Now, this man is retired. When everybody retires, normally they lose. He's a free agent, rather. He's not retired. Let me stop that. He's a free agent that no one has signed back to a team. So you can take that how you want. But Trevor Ariza was accused by Lana Allen, his other ex, that he had a child with her before and that he abused their child. A judge ruled that that was not true and he did not pose a threat to his son. So you can see he's a target. Like many other professional athletes and entertainers, and whether it's black or white or what have you, these women target you. They come after you. So you have to protect yourself. It might look tedious, it might look stupid, but you might have to get things in writing. I remember Chappelle's show had the relationship contract. Remember that? Now, remember how we were laughing at that? Now, of course, he's going to get a pension once that kick in. His NBA pension checks will kick in, but it's drastically less than what people think. People think, well, he could live off his pension. It's not really like that. Some people have a good pension and some people don't. It's just the way it is. But it depends on how you lived outside of, what you did when you played. Normally, if you play back, and you played and earned millions of dollars in the league, you're not going to basically millions of dollars in the league. You're not going to basically live in a $500,000 house. Mostly those people are living in multi-million-dollar houses and homes. So when you're doing that and you're moving into those territories and those tropes, you're faced with a much steeper situation than what you was expecting. Now for Trevor Ariza, I just hope that for his sake, he protected himself. Because by not protecting yourself, you left yourself vulnerable, for her to come in and get as much as she wants. As she was stating that he's worth $5 million or he's getting $5 million a year or something. And this just isn't the case. No, I didn't hear what Joe Rogan has said. So, as this was in September, right, when this started and kicked off, Bree Anderson said now she's not able to pay her bills. She wants a judge to step in because this divorce situation she thinks is driving her insane and it's taking away the revenue. She wants the court to intervene and she needs monthly support. So Trevor Ariza is supposed to, while he's fighting in court, he has to pay money to her while they're in court fighting for money. Yes, I did say that. She wants him to actually do that. And she wants the judge to demand it while she's fighting to take more of his money. Trevor Ariza has been in court since September. See, this what goes back to what I was telling you. This goes back to everything that I was stating to you prior. She put TBD because the lawyer told her to put that. Don't say when you separated. Put to be determined because the length of the separation could equal more money. Oh, what's up, Kwame? Yeah, when I came home, man, I had to put on the robe and get them told last night. Yeah, I went live last night, but they didn't send that anywhere. That thing went. They didn't send out no notifications for that, but I had some fun. Yeah, I got the Patreon in here. I got everybody in here today. Now, yeah, so the situation had to revisit itself because she keeps talking about she needs him to pay her lawyer, which is $250,000. $250,000. Now she's saying Trevor Ariza is refusing to provide her with information on the finances. Y'all were married. What do you got to provide you with that for? And since she's filed for delusion, he's failed to provide her with meaningful support. He said that you won't get anything from me. You won't get what you want. And he's made things difficult for me. What is it that you want? KB is checked in. The Brown Boys is in the building. Oh, yeah. But see, that's what they want. They want to take you to the cleaners. And then want you to pay them in the process of taking them to the cleaners. She's suing you, and you got. So there's the thing. You got to pay her to sue you. It's like I'm paying you while you are going to sue me for money in court. The decision ain't even been rendered, but I still got to be paying you. And you want to know the kicker, ladies and gentlemen? He gonna end up having to pay. Trevor Ariza don't know it, but he's gonna have to pay. So all of these young athletes who are dating these women from college, I know you've been knowing her and you love her and everything else, you got to get things signed. You have to get a lawyer involved. Much as you want these relationships to happen for you and hope these women got their best interests, when you get these model, beautiful women who feel like they on IG and they're not bringing in their wage, we are the only professional people that make multi-millions of dollars, 6 and 7 figure incomes who settle for somebody that'll make doggone $20,000 a year, if that. Where does that make sense? They say there's no romance without finance. But I tell you this much. If the romance is going to cost me my finance, they can keep it. When an NBA player retires, he loses about 65% to 75% of his revenue the very next year. Once his contract is done and he's paid out, his revenue drop is about 75%. They don't teach you this. And most people and most professional athletes, they're reckless with money because they've never been taught. You go from never having a job at all, but if you did, you'd be making minimum wage, to here's multi-millions of dollars. No, this is why professional athletes have to get custody. They have to get joint custody of their children. It's for your own protection. Not visitation, not full custody, joint. So that you can have some decisions on your side. Plus, she's going to have to pay something too. She can't just sit back and have him pay everything. But if you look at all these other people who are Caucasian that played in the NBA, they didn't make a lot of money. But do you see any of them going broke and losing their houses and all of these different things? You think John Stockton was out here struggling? Think Larry Bird had this problem? You think all of these players had this problem? No. Why? Because they dated women who, if they became housewives, they understood the situation. Oh, that was on the Casino for Life. That was the last video I posted on Casino for Life last night. We went live. You'll notice it right away. Yeah, she's telling him he makes $5 million a year. He doesn't make that anymore. She claims he's hiding finances. The thing is that his revenue is finna drop. So when he told her, you're not finna get what you think you finna get, that's the truth. But he's gonna have to pay because he married her, he didn't have any paperwork signed, there's no prenup. She can go for the juggler. And I don't know how much he has, but it's bad for him. This is a very bad look for him. Now, we're going to go into the Patreon version of this so that everybody can get caught up together. So, everybody on One Crack News, thank y'all for signing in. And now this is continuing on the Patreon. So, if you're a Patreon member, we'll continue there because then we finna go take it to another level. If that makes sense to everybody. Meaning that it's finna get more crazy. I can say things about this situation without being politically correct. So, thank y'all for tuning in. And now it is